Nice, cool shelters that kept them out of the rain. And worked real well. I'm going to show you some more of those right now. Now, you need to understand that the Seminole tribe, when they formed themselves as a tribe...
Sarah Noah.
I'll come back to that.
Oh, sorry.
The Seminole tribe never surrendered to the white man and never signed a treaty with the white man. Okay? All the land that they own in Florida, they brought. You understand?
Okay.
They have those cheekies, don't they?
Yeah. See the cheeky huts? Now, this side is tribal land where they can gamble. This side is individual ownership.
Okay.
But you see the cheeky huts, okay? Let me show you some more. This is important for you to understand this concept. Look at this cheeky hut over here. That's all closed in, okay? Now, they had a problem that first summer they were here with their little cheeky huts and, you know, whatnot. They couldn't keep a fire going all day long because we have a rainy season that they were not used to, okay? Every day at a certain time it rains. So what are we going to do? Oh, I know what we can do. I know what we can do, they figured. We can take the chicken, make a big cheeky hut. A big cheeky hut. Let's see if I can show you one. Here's one. A big cheeky hut. And put a flue in it. See the flue up there in the top? Put a flue in it and put a fire in it. The fire would stay going and the smoke would come out of the flue, right? And they could build their sleeping cheeky huts around it. You understand? Okay, so where do you live, Indian? Oh, my home fire is located on the banks of the Coosawhatchee. My home fire is in the Immokalee Strand. So the other word, Immokalee or Immokalee, means my home fire, which was their way of saying my home. So we in the chamber understand that, of course, Immokalee came from the word my home fire, which meant my home. You got that, right? Okay.
Well, that's pretty interesting.
Huh?
That's pretty interesting.
You see the flues in them? That means they cook out underneath it and stuff, okay? Now, because, I'll tell you a little, let me tell you a little joke, not a joke, but a little, no, I can't tell you, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. How many know the Lone Ranger Tonto?
What?
No, never mind, I can't go that way. That just tells our age. I'm going to tell it for him, and I'll try to explain it to you.
I'm only 39, but I remember.
Yeah. I'll tell it to him, but I'll try to explain it to y'all. There was a masked man, a cowboy, called the Lone Ranger. And he had his Indian partner, Tonto, who used to go into towns and right the wrongs and the injustices for all the poor and downtrodden. Okay? That's what they did. They rode together. He rode a horse called Silver. High old Silver Away. If you go to Disney, you'll hear about High old Silver Away. Okay? That's the Lone Ranger, Tonto. Tonto was riding with the Lone Ranger for about 20 years and began to get long in tooth. And he said, you know, I got a problem. I need to pass my genes on so that I can have some youth come up. So I'm going back to the tribe, Lone Ranger. Lone Ranger said, you know, I wished I could take off my mask and do the same thing, but, you know, we're still blood brothers. Anytime you need me, call me. So he goes back, meets a little girl named Little Orchid, married to Little Orchid. His firstborn is Little Feather. Bright little boy, Little Feather. Goes to the local missionary school. Does very well in the missionary school. He does so well in the missionary school mom says, I got a full scholarship for you to go to Harvard up in Cambridge. But we got to get permission for the elders. No, we don't want Little Feather go to Harvard. He come back, look like, think like, function like white man. We don't want that. Tonto say, be gone 20 years. Me come back, me still good Indian. Me raised good Indian. Little Feather do the same. On your word, we'll let him go. 6 years later, MBA in business, three-piece suit, button-down collar, his pigtail cut off at the shoulder leather. Little Feather comes back to the tribe. Oh, he told you he'd come back, look like white man, function like white man, think like white man. No, he's the Little Feather. Learn a lot about white man. Learn new concept. What's that, Little Feather? Gambling. We're gonna buy it all back. Okay? Each Indian, they have 5 locations for gambling in Florida. Tampa, Immokalee, Hollywood, Okeechobee, and Coconut Creek. Okay? You with me?
Mm-hmm.
Coconut Creek in North Broward County. Okay? Hollywood's in South Broward County. The one in Tampa's in Tampa, Hillsborough, and the other one is here. They originally wanted to put a resort and make it a Hard Rock Tampa, Hard Rock Immokalee, Hard Rock Hollywood, country and western Okeechobee. Good old boy country. And a resort at the Bahia Beach Resort in Apollo Beach. They couldn't get gambling on after they brought the resort. So they sold the resort and they could bring the resort here to Immokalee. They're going to bring the resort here, okay? Now, they would have started building the hotel, but they had an opportunity to buy Hard Rock International.
Yeah.
So they now own all the Hard Rocks in the world, whether they're gambling or not. Because in Mexico, you got a lot of Hard Rock resorts and cafes, but there's no gambling in Mexico, okay?
Yeah.
So they own them. When they acquired Hard Rock International, each Indian income went from $7,800 a month to $9,800 a month. Do you understand what I just said?
No, they didn't understand that.
I already told them about that part.
You told them about each Indian. A man, wife, and 4 kids, 6 times $9,800 a month.
Something like that, yeah.
It's a lot of money.
No, see, they didn't understand.
It's a lot of
They
money.
didn't understand. And the children's money stays in trust for them, with the tribe paying the taxes until they get 18, then they get their own check. That's why you see the big toys and what they want, anything they want, the way they want. Okay?
Wow.
I had a woman in my class last term from Immokalee whose husband's a member of the tribe. She wanted to do work study. I said, sweetheart, I don't think you can do work study.
You can't.
$120,000 a year income for nothing.
I don't think so.
What do you mean for nothing, man? Wait a minute now. It ain't for nothing, man. That's like telling the people in Alaska they don't have a negative tax for nothing.
There you go.
I don't think I used the word nothing.
Close to it.
Close to it. Pretty close.
But I think they came from Alaska, and that originates. They came from Siberia, so.
Yeah, see, they came from your homeland.
Yeah, they came from my homeland.
See, y'all shouldn't have brought that up.
But that's what.
You're going to tell us about New York, Fred?
No.
Because they have migrated. Yes.
I'm sorry. I gotta do this.
Huh?
I gotta do this.
What's that?
Global warming
Yes.
is melting the polar cap.
Yeah.
And there are heavy negotiations quietly going on to establish the Russian boundary in Canada, Iceland, and Alaska. Okay?
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yes.
The waters will be international waters, but the land under the waters can be claimed by a country.
Yes.
So there's some heavy negotiation to bring that line as close to Canada and the United States as possible. Because there's oil reserves under there.
Oh, yeah.
If they get it real close, where they have some ports of entry, then they can bring goods and services from China, where we have a $1 billion, would it be, dollar a day trade deficit with China. And bring the goods over that way instead of coming through the Panama
Right over the
Canal.
top, yeah.
Okay? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you got to be concerned about that. And you Russians,
What?
the reason why you're messing with Georgia,
We're not messing with Georgia.
the reason why
We're not messing with-
listen, the reason why you're messing with Georgia, this is a wild man talking, just listen to me, is so that NATO would kick you out, so you can link up with China and make that whole thing work.
We did not mess with Georgia. Georgia messed with South Ossetia. Russia has nothing to do with it.
I don't care
Nice
about
going, Fred. International news center right here in the middle of the Indian Nation.
I don't care nothing about that.
An Indian statue.
Hey, I don't care nothing about that because I'm concerned about the Chinese. And any negatives they have.
But the thing is that Georgia is doing that so they can resolve their border issues to get in NATO. And that's what
They're trying to get in NATO?
Yes.
And in the process put Russia out of NATO.
No, Russia's not in NATO.
Russia's going to take us. They're not.
No, we're not.
You're not in NATO?
No.
Are you serious?
Yes. Why would we have to be in NATO? They have their own military, they have their own economy.
That is scary. I'm really scared right now.
Explain to her before you take off through the tundra out here. You're really not mad at her, okay?
No, I'm not upset with her at all.
No, but
You gave me some information. I'm scared to death now.
You ought to
no,
be.
Russia is not part of NATO at all.
The only
If they're
good
not
news
part of
is-
NATO, then they don't have any problem. They can just link up with China and do anything they want.
The good news is
They already have.
Oh,
we like each other.